a second. Shawn, intro them for me. I'm gonna be right back. I'm splitting up. I'm splitting up into the darkness.
All right. So let me just
Fill
fill.
them in.
Yeah, let me fill y'all in on what's going on right now. It's dark as shit. Excuse my language. I feel like I could get murdered right now. Javon just left, split up like you should never do in a horror movie. Left me on my own. Don't know if y'all can hear it. It's raining. It's thundering. Which is why I'm in the dark. Power just went out. You boys feeling a little, what they call that? Scared. And, we back. It's time to record. Because I'm scared, but no tears left to cry, so.
Yeah, there's some supernatural stuff going on with this podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Last time, remember?
You're right.
We were talking about Joel.
You're right.
Now we in darkness.
I think I shook Joel by leaving this house, because now my insomnia is gone. Knock on wood. But, what about you? You have any supernatural run-ins?
I'll be right there. Just hold on.
Alright. As I was saying, it's dark as fuck. We're waiting on homie to hurry up.
Okay. I'm back.
He's taking his
I think we grabbed. I felt like I was gonna
sweet
grab-
time.
I felt like I was going to get snatched. I thought I was about to get snatched into the upside down.
Upside down.
Yep.
Booty go up,
Hey, can we turn this down?
down.
Can we turn the brightness down?
Sure.
That's just
Could you not, though? Because it
not
is
that-
dark.
Not that low. Yeah, but that makes it, when light's shining in your eyes, it makes you able to see less behind it. You know?
Maybe I don't want to see behind you.
Alright. Okay. But we're here.
Well, alright.
It's been a minute. It's been a while.
It has.
Took a week off.
Accidentally.
Accidentally. Took
Accidentally
a week off. But we did have good reasons.
Yeah.
Did have good reasons. We were busy.
Doing things.
Yeah.
And things are important.
And then, we were like, I don't care how bad this storm is. I don't care if there's no power on in the house and we can't see. We're still going to do this episode. We're still going to record.
Hashtag let's go.
Hashtag devotion.
Hashtag get it.
So,
If you will.
yeah, it's been a minute. Let's hear how you've been. Actually, let me grab my phone for a second.
Alright. So, little life update. I got a lot of bus experience that I never had before. Cause fun fact, I never rode a bus as an adult up until like 4 days ago now, 3 days ago. Wasn't bad. Y'all let me know if y'all knew about this. Did y'all know buses had Wi-Fi these days? Cause I didn't. Also did not know that bus drivers were singing when you get on the bus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. What was he singing?
He was singing Bruno Mars, Grenade.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna dig on his vocals, cause I gotta say for like a bus driver, and probably someone and someone who's sitting down, your diaphragm's not getting to expand. It wasn't the worst. I've heard worse.
Yeah, I think he was going through something.
Probably was.
Homie was going through something.
Cause when I got on the bus, didn't say any words to me. Didn't really look over. He just opened the doors, let me on, closed them behind me. He's enjoying himself. He really was getting that out of his system.
He might not have been. He might be having some deep pains. Some pains in his chest, in his chestal region, in his heart.
I didn't think of it that way.
Oh, yeah, he's going through a breakup, it sounds like.
I made the assumption that was one of his favorite songs, so he chose to sing it out loud while he's at work.
I think he just He had to sing away the tears.
That sounds painful.
Yeah.
Emotionally painful. Is that an episode we're going to do at one point?
What?
Painfully emotional?
Oh, definitely not.
No?
Nah.
What were we talking
But are
about?
you going to get emotional? I'm not about to expose my
You're not
emotions.
trying to do that? Really get into the things that hurt us the most? Like that time
Definitely not.
Didn't you sing for a girl and she laughed in your face?
Hey, man.
That didn't happen?
Hey, man.
We'll leave that up to the
That
listeners.
definitely happened. That
See?
obviously happened. That doesn't mean I want to relive it on a podcast to be recorded in history.
Well, they say it's best to get things out in the open for you to completely let go of.
It's out in the open. Last time I put it out in the open, someone exposed me and made fun of me for it. So it's out in the open and it got used against me as a weapon.
Can I? No, I'm not going to dig into that.
What, do you want me to?
Nah,
Good.
actually, because it sounds like it's going to be some pretty deep-seated salt.
Yep.
Some salt's about to get released. So yeah, I got some bus experience in my life, finally. I'm late on this as well. This was a journey for me this whole little weekend. I tried my first McCafe from McDonald's.
That sounds funny. Because that's some basic shit.
Yeah, but I'm late. Yeah, I had Starbucks about 2 years ago. Finally, that was the first time, and now I'm finally having my first McCafe. It was good. It had a mocha. It was bomb. It was actually really delicious. You've had McCafe, right?
I have not. I was hoping you wouldn't ask me.
Oh,
I haven't. Yeah.
trying to get left out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, if you like something with a chocolatey flavor and you want some energy, go ahead and try a McCafe, a mocha McCafe.
Yeah, well, it sounds like there's a lot of dairy products that go into making that.
I don't think there's that many because they give you an option. They ask you. McDonald's is pretty serious about their coffee these days, so they ask you want dairy or you want non-dairy something. It's like you get the option of milk or something. Yeah.
Maybe I'll try it.
Of course, my stomach is made of steel, so I went with the dairy. Give me milk, please.
Well, even I'm sensitive to coffee too, though. You know that, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm kind of sensitive to coffee. I'm sensitive to caffeine. I'm not a
like
caffeine drinker.
You kind of make me feel like you might have to apologize to someone that you were calling natural selection.
Okay, we're not gonna bring that.
We'll
up
leave
on
that
here,
for another moment. But consider
caffeine
it
is not something natural. First of all,
yes, it is.
Is it?
It is pretty much.
Okay. Well, it's not a natural part of living. You can live a full life and never have caffeine.
That's true.
I'm not a heavy soda drinker.
But I'm pretty sure it's normally good for people.
It can be.
Yeah, I think so.
But you have to dose your way up.
And
Medications are good for people too, but you can't just start out maximum dosage.
like coffee in moderation, I believe. It's like proven to normally be good for people.
Yeah, but coffee is very high caffeine levels.
All right.
Me, I drink a Coca-Cola, I'm good. That's enough caffeine for me.
But I'm pretty sure that's more caffeine than like a McCafe, though.
Well, in that case, I don't really want it. Just give me a Coca-Cola. I like the taste of Coca-Cola better than I like the taste of coffee.
I feel what you're saying. All right.
If I drink coffee, it's simply for the fact of the caffeine. So if it's less caffeine than a soda, then let me just drink the soda.
But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. What about your life update? How's things going in the darkness realm?
Well, I don't appreciate that you call my life the darkness realm.
Oh, that was supposed to be more of a cool thing.
That don't sound cool.
All right. Well, then
You're talking about having coffee and stuff. I live in the shadows.
You live in Gotham City. All right. Well, then
Well,
scratch that. The realm of love. That's where.
Just let's just not call it any of
Okay,
that.
fine. How are things going in Jay's world?
Well, it's besides the point, but it is pretty dark, like quite literally.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty dark, literally here. Been exercising a lot.
That's good.
Been exercising. Been bowling. Yeah. Been bowling.
Low level bowling, right?
Whatever level you want.
Well, all right.
But I'll be honest with you, I haven't been doing shit. All right.
All right.
That's what you wanted me to say.
Maybe
Is
not.
that
like
what this
that.
episode's about?
If you eased your way
This
into it,
I already we're 10 minutes in. I already feel where this episode. This episode is about just being painfully honest.
I think it'll be for the better, though. You know.
I didn't. It's raining. It's storming. The power is out. Mm-hmm. I didn't say, "Hey, let's do this podcast so we can share our feelings and get really real with ourselves in the darkness."
But isn't that time to do it though? Isn't
All
that
right.
like the perfect
All right.
atmosphere?
Well, then, like I said, that's the truth. You want the truth? I ain't been doing shit. I have been exercising.
I appreciate
yes.
that.
I've been going for runs daily, almost daily.
Uh-huh.
Doing, prison style workouts, basically. Prison style. I haven't been able to get to the gym, so it's been all prison style workouts. Prison style push-ups. Prison style sit-ups.
With like extra hard sit-ups, like extra
Yeah.
fast, kind
Yep.
of.
Yep.
I see.
With the angry expression while you clench your asshole really tight.
I'm not even laughing because of the clench your asshole. I'm laughing because of the angry facial expression. Because I
Doing
forgot,
the prison style workouts.
forgot that prison makes people angry. Like it makes sense, but I just forgot. At some point, like probably not now because we're 11 minutes in, but
I've been doing prison style Kegels, bruh.
that's a specific style.
Prison style Kegels. You never heard about them? Mm-mm. Check them out.
I don't think I want to. Actually, it's the thing.
They're legit.
For a split moment, when you said it, I thought, let me look at it, and I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, well.
But I was going to say, we're 12 minutes in, so probably not now, but at some point, I feel like we should update people on the, because we've been following the Aliens trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Probably maybe just give our thoughts on it.
Oh,
Something
what's your
like that.
thoughts on it? My thoughts are pretty simple.
Oh, go ahead, share your thoughts.
Thumbs up. It's cool.
Thumbs up.
I like it. Didn't watch 2 of the movies.
That's
Had
true.
a strong suspicion that they were not
That they were
great.
booty.
But I just read the plot.
We
Moving
plan
on.
on watching Covenant, right?
Yep.
Probably. So
That's the other thing I've been doing. I've been working out and watching movies.
that's not bad.
It's not great.
It's not great. Ridley. That's
Ripley?
Ripley, yes, but also Ridley.
Sigourney Weaver?
Sigourney Weaver, yes. Big fan. Excuse my language when I say this. Don't be offended, anybody.
Normally when you say that, it's pretty offensive.
Ripley is my nigga. I respect, mad respect for that woman, but I'm just gonna say, without even have watched that movie, the idea of resurrecting her sours me a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I like the series. It's good. It really tickles my sci-fi fancy.
It tickles your sci-fi pickle.
No, my sci-fi fancy.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's not.
Tomato.
I don't want people to think that aliens is what gets me going. Okay? That's all. Just don't want people to think that.
Alright.
That's a little.
We'll let the people think what they want to think.
No.
Okay.
I I like the shape of what they're viewing of me.
Oh, so propaganda.
No.
Let's not go into this.
All right.
What else did you have to talk about? Did you have anything else to talk about?
Well, I feel like you might have something. You really got the lesser end of the life updates.
Yeah, Shawn, because I have the lesser end of the events that are happening. Okay, your life's more interesting than mine. Is that what you want?
I just feel like you have something that maybe you're not thinking of. Any dreams? Any interesting
Are you thinking of it? Is there something
conversations?
Is there something that you?
I'm not. I promise you, I'm not.
It sounds like you're trying to draw something out of me.
I just feel like. Kind of feel like I set you up for failure, and it makes you feel a little bit bad because I wasn't trying to do that.
It's too late now, so let's move on. Okay.
Okay. All right. Maybe we'll have to address that later because I do feel bad a little bit, just a little bit. But let's get into this first topico. Now we're not going to start there. That's not where we're going to start. That's a little bit.
Okay.
It's a little bit too hilarious of a place to start. So I was reading into this article, right? Let me just read you the title and see if that invokes the same interest it invokes with me. All right. So this is, in quotes, this is what the article is titled. It's okay. Man tells cop about live-in girlfriend, 15. It's okay. She's going to be 16 soon. Immediately I was like, all right, got to click that. So I'll explain to you without reading through this article, because I did read it, but I'm not going to reread it, because my reading comprehension is kind of trash. Here's what happened. This man was questioned by police when he was pulled over in a handicapped parking space. Now that was just the first thing. He shouldn't have been in that space. Right. Upon pulling him over, they realized there's a 15-year-old girl in the seat next to him.
Do you know how old this guy is?
Let's see. 15-year-old girl in the seat. Which, if you didn't guess, he responds once. Oh, he's 24. Once they ask him about the girl, he's like, "Oh, it's okay. She's gonna be 16." One, he has to tell them that that's his girlfriend. First off. Oh yeah, that's my girlfriend. How old is she? She's 15, but it's okay. She's gonna be 16 soon. So there's no weird age difference going on between the two of us. So that's the first part of this. So then they realize upon, I guess, he's telling them the lowdown that they've been living together for 2 months, wherever they live. He was arrested for sexual assault. They start looking into his background, looking into some things that are going on. One, I'm assuming the girl is separated from him. It doesn't really detail that. Upon looking into his story, they realize, okay, this dude has marijuana also on him, so we're going to charge him for drug possession. Then they look a little further. They dig a little deeper and they're like, okay, this dude might be an illegal immigrant. They dig a little deeper and they're like, yep, he's an illegal immigrant. All he had to do was not park in a handicapped parking space.
So the girl, was she being held captive?
Not from the looks of it. It's just a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They have it doesn't include any word from her, or like anything she said. So I take it, she's like, yeah, it's cool, it's just my man's.
That's weird.
It is. Also, I just found his facial expression a little funny because he looks like he has full regret. He's like, I thought.
He kind of looks like.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, he kind of looks like he's saying, I didn't know I couldn't do that. They kind of looks like. Like in the mugshot, he's like, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
I wasn't aware.
And no, yeah, he was just. The funny thing is, it's like if he was saying I didn't know I couldn't do that, about which thing was he saying that? Because he was
I thought all of these things were
He was
fun.
dipping his toe in a few different crime pools.
I don't think he thought any of them through. I think he just was like, you know what?
I think. Well,
We're going for the trifecta
here's the
today.
thing.
Is
You
what
know,
we're
I
doing.
always give my theory. He's an immigrant.
Okay.
Now, the main reason immigrants migrate to other countries. Are we still recording?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Let's take a break really quick.
All right. We're back. Had to handle some business, but you were saying?
Yeah, you had a phone call right in the middle of recording. Which wouldn't be a problem otherwise. Except for the fact that we use your phone for a lot of stuff.
It's the centerpiece of this whole
Yeah.
business right now.
Yeah. Also, we got light back on. Got light back on.
Upgrade.
And, what, are you going to be getting some braids later?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that
Getting braided up.
is your hairstylist? Mm-hmm. Getting braided up.
I'm happy.
Cool.
Go back to being moderately handsome.
I don't remember what I was saying about this, so we can just go on to the next topic.
All right, that's a little anticlimactic, but there's not too much more to say about this man anyway, other than you hit the trifecta of crime. So now here we are right here. I found this funny also because I didn't realize this was a thing that is done. So this man was shot at by officers while trying to hide meth in a car wash vacuum. So, if you caught that,
Okay, can you reread that?
he was shot at by officers while trying to hide meth in a car wash vacuum. You know the vacuums used when you're cleaning your car at the car wash?
Wow. That was a lot to process in one sentence.
It is. This is in Iowa, Waterloo, Iowa. I'm just wondering because I know you have some experience with Iowa. Did you know meth is a really big thing out there?
I did, actually. Yeah.
It's really big out
I
there.
thought I had told you before about
Maybe
the
you did.
tweakers that I ran into while in Iowa.
Maybe you did.
Yeah.
All I know is because along with this article, there's a lot of stats as for the record amounts of meth.
They're moving weight
Yeah.
in Iowa.
If you're about that life, maybe make a stop in Iowa. I'm not. Now, so he's at the awesome car wash in Waterloo, Iowa. He gets confronted by cops while driving. I guess they notice him before he makes it to the car wash. He knows right off the bat, I got it.
I'm assuming he's on meth at this point in time.
Probably, maybe not. But he's like, all right. Oh, no. Okay, I got that little part wrong. They didn't pull him over while driving. It was a sting operation. He was supposed to be selling them this meth. He realizes upon arrival that they're cops. And he's like, oh my God, I brought boatloads. I got it all. I brought a whole bunch. This needs to go now. So he stops. He goes into his back seat, ripping the bags open as fast as possible. And he grabs that little vacuum. He's trying to vacuum it all up. But the cops can see him. He's in plain view. He's not. He's not around a corner. It seems very Grand Theft Auto-like to me in a way. I can't really explain how it seems like that.
I gotta say, it sounds like he might have been on meth at that
Possibly. And he's stopping. He's vacuuming. And they're like, "Hey, stop! We can see you." And they're warning him. He won't stop. He's trying to get it all up. He's like, "Can't arrest me if
So
there's
they
no
opened up.
evidence."
So they opened up.
They started popping off.
Okay.
And they did shoot him. They shot him. One thing I will list is that so yeah, as I said, he's ripping open these bags. So one bag was 85 grams, another one was 95, another one was 240 grams. So he came in with a boatload. This was a successful sting. And then this is all the stats of meth in Iowa. Apparently they're getting pretty methed up out there.
They are, dude. They really are.
which is kind of wild. That's half of the reason I got this article, because I was like, maybe you can
You
fill
knew it was
people
going to
in.
dredge up some
Yeah.
some memories. It's going to trigger some stories.
So, yeah, he also failed to comply when they asked him to, because they shot him and then they arrested him, from what I can tell. He complied to go calmly, which you would think he would go calmly once being shot. But he didn't. But the main thing is he had to give public, what do you call those? Like public speaking things?
Like an apology?
No, like when you have to speak for awareness of being meth head. Like when you speak at school and you're like, yeah,
He
I
has
used to
do
be a
like,
druggie.
Gotcha.
Don't be like me.
Yeah. Those are the most funny things when they have like, ex drug dealers, ex drug addicts come in and they start telling you stuff like to try and steer you away from doing it, but because they still love it kind of in their heart, they're kind of selling it up.
I don't know
They're
if
kind
they
of
mean to.
selling you on it.
Yeah, but they're kind of getting passionate about it. Because, like, the dude who came in for Dare, the way he's trying to sell someone, he's like, I used to do it breakfast, lunch, dinner. It was the only thing I lived for, and it was the best. I'm like, wow. Crack is pretty amazing, isn't it?
Crack is a hell of a drug.
And he's like, I wanted it more than my girlfriend, wanted it more than my mother's love. I'm like, damn. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, that's a funny thing because like this guy, he's probably gonna be he's gonna be prospecting for his new clientele.
Another thing is, let's say he is somewhat of a changed man. He has a pretty wild story to tell. I feel like everyone has a decent run-of-the-mill story. He's like, oh, you guys are in for a good one today.
His story does not sound at all like he's done selling meth. It doesn't. It sounds
like he's going to serve what he was mandated to do after being arrested, then pick up where he left off.
No, but yeah, meth in Iowa. Did I ever tell the story? I don't think I ever told the story on here. I might have told you the story before. Did I ever tell the story about like one of the drivers when I was truck driving?
I don't think you did.
For CRST in Iowa, one of the drivers started tweaking out of his mind.
Oh.
Did I ever tell the story?
Didn't.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead and get into that.
There was a point. It was like nighttime.
Okay.
It was evening time. It was everyone was just chilling. I think the NBA finals were on too, because I think that's what I was doing.
Yeah,
I was sitting around with everyone. I was watching the NBA finals.
We were following it via phone conversation.
Yeah. And then the finals went off, and everyone, there was still kind of a buzz. Like most people were going to bed, but then a lot of people were still just in the common area, just like a buzz, just talking about whatever. And then, like the people who run the facility start coming in, and they're like, "Hey, it's a lockdown. Everyone inside.
Yeah.
You gotta lock the doors." And there's homies in the back on the back area on the outside smoking cigarettes and stuff. A couple might even been grilling, and everyone just start packing up. Everyone was quick. It was like, "Hey, come in. It's a lockdown." We didn't know what was happening. We thought it might have been a tornado or something. And then they said, "Oh, there's like an armed maniac on the loose."
Oh, damn, that's even worse.
There's like an armed.
How is this getting?
Shit.
Yeah, it's getting progressively worse.
They're like, "Wait, what? Does he have a gun? What is he armed with? What? Where is he from? Who is he? Does anyone know who? Is he just a random dude on the loose?" And then someone was like, "Hey, everyone, run upstairs because the window that's overlooking the truck yard. Mm-hmm. He's in the truck yard.
Wow.
He's in the truck. The truck yard was right next to the dorms, basically. So the window overlooked the truck yard between us and the school, the driving school. And then so we all ran upstairs quick. We just ran upstairs and we were like, let's see who it is. When we got upstairs, we were looking, we're like, oh shit, this dude's tweaking out of his mind. Because he looked straight up, okay. You know that scene in The Matrix?
I've never seen The Matrix.
Okay, well, they might know the scene. There's a scene in The Matrix where he's fighting a bunch of dudes, the dudes in suits with the shades on.
I know that scene, though.
And he's fighting on, there's like thousands of them, and he's fighting them by himself. It looked like he was in the Matrix fighting all those dudes, but we couldn't see who he was fighting. He was fighting off a swarm of enemies.
Oh my god.
He looked like he was fighting a swarm of enemies with a knife. He had the knife in his hand, and he was talking shit, like he was swinging and talking shit at the same time.
To no one.
To no one. In the dark. It was nighttime.
Oh my god.
It was nighttime, so there was just like the lights from the street.
Yeah.
That you could see him, and he's just like fighting. And then he's taking breaks because he's winded.
Yeah.
And he's like, but he's still mumbling. He was like mumbling, and he's just like walking. And then like a couple minutes pass, he get a second wind, and then he just starts. Yeah, he starts swiping again. And then someone looked out, and they're like, "Hey, isn't that?" And then they said his name. I can't remember what his name was. And they're like, "We're like, you know this dude?" And like, he's a driver.
Wow.
They're like, and we were like, from our class, and they're like, no, he's a driver. He came back because that's what we do. Like, you take a load from Iowa. If you have a load to come back to Iowa, you normally stop, get your truck serviced, and it's basically free stuff for you because that's the station.
Yeah.
That's like the CRST station. So you get free like food and stuff.
Makes sense.
So, but you can't be fucking with the students. Like, you can't fuck around. Like, don't mess with students because they're not drivers yet. So they don't like the commingling of drivers and student drivers. So the drivers normally stay across the lot in the common area of the school.
He's coming over here. He's coming to your side.
So we were in the dorms. He was across the lot. He was supposed to be across the lot. And but he ended up, I guess he tweaked his way across the lot.
Oh, shit.
And someone was like, yeah, I just saw him earlier. We had a good conversation.
In his mind, he's fought
but
through
he
3 waves.
So then, eventually, the cops showed up. He was apprehended. But then, obviously, like, there was still a buzz going around.
Yeah.
Like, hey, so does anyone ever hear what happened to so-and-so? And it turned out he was, as we all assumed, he was methed out. Like, he was out of his mind. He probably hadn't slept in like 4 days, most likely because he's a driver. That's why it's so That's one of the reasons it's so popular, because truck drivers.
That makes sense.
Truck drivers stay up all day just driving, so they just meth up.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, so he probably hadn't slept in like 4 days and was just out of his fucking mind. But apparently he also tried to rape one of the students.
Oh my god.
The reason he was in the truck lot is because he was in his truck.
Okay.
So that's apparently what happened. Is he had tried to rape her. I guess she realized that's probably what happened. I think she went back to the truck with him because it was going to be consensual at first. He started wilding.
She was like, nah.
She was like, I'm not about this. I'm not about this. You know, you can keep your free, food and stuff. I don't need it. I'll go back to the dorms. So then she left. He probably methed up a little bit more. And then just was
recharged.
Like, who needs her anyway?
Man, that sounds straight out of a movie. Like,
that was a real moment. That's a real thing that happened when I was in Iowa.
That's some crazy shit. I'm glad you
I was in Waterloo
that
too.
story.
This didn't happen in Waterloo. My story didn't happen in Waterloo.
Yeah.
It happened in what is it? Cedar Rapids. But I was in Waterloo as well, and it looked methy.
Just out of curiosity, what do you call it? The capital of Iowa?
Is it Des Moines?
Des Moines.
Is that the capital?
I believe. I think. I'm asking you. Can't really ask me. You can't flip the question. Now, this one I'm gonna have to read because I didn't know everything on it, but I clicked it just because I'm in the dark.
Okay.
I don't know about this. Cyborg, she thinks that when she goes, she's gonna go ahead, and Cris Cyborg, by the way, in case you didn't know what I'm talking about, thinks
UFC women's featherweight champion.
beast of a woman, the real Cyborg, if you will. She believes that when she fights Amanda Nunes, it will be her last fight in the UFC. Now, upon reading somewhat into it, I realized she's not talking about like, she's done fighting or anything like that. She's talking about the way the setup to this fight is happening and the way, so basically she says the fight was scheduled, so they started sending contracts December 30th, which would have been 10 months since she had last fought in March. So that happened. You gotta remember, Amanda was the one who was like, I want to fight you.
Right.
So that happens, that gets sent out. But then Amanda's like, so I want to fight you, but I'm actually going to need like 6 months or more to get ready for this fight. And according to what I can see here, according to Cyborg, she compares it, she's like, that's like if you come to my house asking me to fight, but you're like, but wait though, I'm going to come back. I'm going to fight you, but let me come back.
Yeah, that's kind of
true.
true.
Training in. So she's saying this is a little bit unfair because people want to fight me, but they want maximum time to get ready. They want more time than allowed. And she's basically saying, I'm already ready. But fights are getting scheduled and people just get how much ever time they want. And she says she finds it a little bit disrespectful how that a fight can be scheduled, and I guess it's kind of throwing off her training and everything like that, with people having all these different reschedules, I need more time.
We'll see. So here's my theory on this. It's a tough situation because you're dealing with two champions. So Amanda Nunes is the women's bantamweight champion.
Yeah.
Cyborg's the women's featherweight champion. They're both used to being the A side. They're both used to being the head of negotiations. In this case, though, they both feel like entitled to that A side.
They both feel like
they both feel entitled to that A side, and I can understand the reasoning for both sides. I think the mistake here is booking the fight now. I understand why they want to book the fight now, because a lot of things can happen, injuries, people can lose, and this is probably the biggest fight in either of those divisions right now to make, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, there really aren't any other fights to make that are gonna sell against Cyborg. And I mean, Nunes just fought Raquel Pennington, which I think is kind of a sign of where that division is at right now.
Yeah.
With Valentina Shevchenko going down in flyweight, there aren't a whole lot of marketable contenders in that division.
That's true.
So this is the best fight to make for both of those divisions right now. With Amanda, I can see why she wants the 6 months, because she's going up a weight class.
Well, the thing is, total in time since she challenged her, it's gonna be more than 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's going up a weight class.
True.
She's going up a weight class. So normally when someone's going up a weight class, especially at a championship level, they want to make sure they can get used to fighting with that weight, training with that weight.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally have always thought when Conor McGregor went up to fight Nate Diaz, that part of the reason he gassed so fast was because of how quickly he gained that weight, how quickly he packed on weight, how little time he had spent sparring at that weight.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand why Nunes would want proper, because she's a champion herself. She's like, I want the proper amount of time to prepare. With Cyborg, I can understand why she wants to fight, because Cyborg is a big girl.
Yeah.
To make 45, she cuts a lot of weight. So she has to maintain a certain weight. She has to diet and train year round to stay at a competition weight that is still comfortable enough for her to be able to cut down to 145. So she probably stays around like 158, 160.
Oh, wow.
That's probably what she stays at year round. But if she wasn't preparing to fight, she would weigh more than that. She'd weigh more.
A big woman.
I've seen her in person. She's gigantic.
You've seen it. Man, that's...
I've seen her in person.
Scary.
Her shoulders are like a widescreen TV. She's huge. So she has to cut so much weight. She wants to fight sooner, because the longer out, that's the longer she has to kind of stay in peak condition.
Yeah.
You can't peak for 6 months. You can't stay peaking. Fighters try to peak as you get closer to a fight. There's too many things that can go wrong. She has to stay on weight. And something that Cyborg mentioned, I don't know if it's in this article, but I have heard her say it before, is that I'm pretty sure she wants to fight in October.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure. She wants to fight in October or November. Nunes wants to fight on the New Year's Eve card. The December 31st card.
Well, yeah, that's what it says, December 30th.
Or it's the December 30th card. She wants to fight because that's like the last big card of the year. You know, we just finished International Fight Week, so there's only really 2 big cards left in the year normally. It's normally in August, and then in the New Year's Eve one. She wants that one. She wants the biggest payday possible, which is understandable.
Can't blame her.
Because this is a huge fight, so she wants to maximize how much money she can make. But if they schedule a fight to go there and then someone gets injured, now they're not fighting until next year. Cyborg says, let's schedule the fight for October. Let's plan the fight in October. If someone gets injured then we can still possibly fight on that card.
And I think another thing she's saying is, I can't tell, and also I'm not too sure, because my time, like, knowledge of time is, she's saying that her big problem here is not just with this, it's that a lot of the people who are challenging her have been taking a whole bunch of time to face her. I don't know if that's true or not, but she's basically saying, like, I'm in my prime. I feel like I'm in my prime. I'm doing good right now.
Yeah.
But everybody's draining time so much to face me.
Yeah.
I think she would like to fight more.
I think
often.
especially with her, I think her career is, her weight cuts are shortening her career. Damage is not. She gets out of fights fairly low on damage. It's
the last
weight cuts.
one didn't even hurt her at all. Like, did nothing.
I don't know if people are dragging out the negotiations against her. I think the bigger reason why there's gaps in between her fights is because the UFC cannot find anyone to fight her. There's no one to fight her.
Which
they don't
she's
have
actually
anyone.
said before, I believe.
And I think their only way, because there's no one to fight her, they have to go and they have to find these no-name people who are willing to hop in there and take the opportunity and take a chance against a legendary status fighter. That's what the people who are stepping in the fighter now, they're not real contenders. They're normally people who are like, I'll take the shot, I'll take the chance. There's like, what have I got to lose? Otherwise, I probably don't get a contract in the UFC. This is my in. To be honest, that's what the UFC is doing. They're offering featherweight girls contracts if they take Cyborg, because right now she is the weight class. So it's like, we'll offer you a contract in the UFC, but you got to fight Cyborg. And most
It's
of
like
them are
being
saying,
jumped into a game.
most of them are
almost.
saying, well, I'm probably going to get my ass kicked, but I'm going to be in the UFC, so it's worth it. But because there's no name, these are no name fighters, they haven't proven a lot in terms of marketability. The only way for the UFC to try and build up the fight is to take long.
Yeah.
Is to drag it out, try and give this person a name, try to get some media around this person so that people kind of consider buying the pay-per-view or watching the fight. So that it's not just Cyborg coming in and knocking some random girl out. They have to try and give her a character or something that people can follow. That's the main reason I believe why she fights far and few between. But with this, I hope they fight. I would prefer them to fight in December, because I want to see the best fight possible. If Nunes needs until December to fight, I want that to see that fight.
I think, just make sure we're getting the best fight. We're getting the best Cyborg, the best Amanda.
Yeah, and they can build it up. You know, it could main event. That could main event. That could main event that card. If they built it up, put a nice card underneath it, that could be a really big selling card, and I think it could be a great fight to cap off the year.
But what do you think about what she's kind of saying? You think she doesn't sign another contract after that?
Is that what she's saying?
Her words were, I think this will be my last fight in the UFC because my contract goes until March. I think it'll be the last one.
Yeah.
The last one the guys will see me fight. You know how she talks.
Right. Well, I don't think it'll be her last one.
Well,
I
she's
think
the
they'll
last
give her
in the UFC.
Yeah, I think they'll give her, knowing that her contract ends in March of 2019. I think they'll give her one more. What is this? Oh, flash flood warning. I think they'll give her one more fight, probably on like the Super Bowl weekend card. I think they'll give her one more fight, and I think they'll be able to convince her into taking another deal. But I understand why she does it. She's considering not signing another contract. She came here for the big fights.
Yeah.
She came here for the big fights. They have not really done a good job of giving her those. Really, she had one. It was Holly Holm. That was her one big fight.
Yeah, I feel like she's not getting what she wants on either the side of competition or her, getting put in these big fights, like you're saying. She's not getting either of those things because she's kind of mollywopping people, and the marketing on them isn't.
They're not giving her anyone that she can make money. She's taking fights, and they're easy enough fights for her to win, but she wants money. She didn't come to the UFC to not make money. She was a star without them. She was a star before they signed her. Mm-hmm. She came here specifically because she was like, I'm a star in Invicta. I'm a star everywhere else, but I don't make money everywhere else. I came here to make money. If they're not going to give her fights that she can make money, then what's the point? What's the point? So I think that's what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be leaving. But regardless.
What we got next?
Topic. Now, I don't know if I'm slow or maybe it's just that I was in disbelief. I had to read this a couple times. Now, a Georgia family was accused of stabbing and robbing their waitress at Applebee's. Now, my reading comprehension is what made me have to reread this a couple times because I thought that I was reading it wrong. I thought I was. Family was eating at a restaurant. I'm not going to use any names. And the waitress who was serving them had accidentally brushed up against one of the women's legs at the table. Right? They're really angry about it, and The lady apologized, and I guess that it moved on. It was fine. When she came back to serve the food and drinks, she did it again. Her leg brushed this woman's leg again.
Okay.
Apparently, at that moment, I imagine it much like you would imagine how the Migos are pulling up on people. All four of the people at the table stood up and pounced on that woman immediately. They began to assault her. I'm imagining somewhere in the middle of the Applebee's.
Of the aisle.
Yep, just putting it on her. Surveillance, the cameras caught this woman. They're punching her hell of times. You got employees, you got customers trying to break it up because it was wild. One of the women in this group of four grabbed a steak knife and was like, "Bah!" Stab, stab. Not only that, we don't know who in the group decided to do this, but while she's laying there, they just stabbed her. It's like, oh, you know what? You got mad tips in your apron right there. Mine now. And they went ahead and snatched some dollars and dipped. Now, if I didn't say this, that was Georgia. Just want to throw that out there once more. Like to include where we're at on these topics normally. That's pretty wild, man.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I have so many theories going on in my head. I have so many questions.
Now, maybe I'm dumb, but I really had to reread that because I was like, I couldn't believe that it was because of them brushing up against a woman's leg. So I was like, there's something I'm missing. I'm not reading this right. I'm probably skipping a sentence or skipping a line. No, you heard right. You heard right. To my knowledge, yeah, like I thought, these people have not been caught. This woman had to get 15 stitches. Just so you know, the woman who was stabbed with a steak knife.
Damn.
15 stitches. Yeah, you're going to be facing assault and robbery charges. Now, the story's a little on the darker side, but there's just a little comedy in the escalation of the situation.
Right.
Let's say I'm this waiter, waiter. I'm even if I do brush someone's leg twice, I'm not expecting to get pulled up on. And even if I do get pulled up on, I gotta say, I'm really not expecting all four of them to pull up on me. I'm just saying, that's pretty wild. Like, when they say it's a family, I'm thinking, it must have been a gang family. I feel like regular families don't go that hard. Let's say it's the four of us. Me, you, our mom, our brother, you know?
Yeah.
And you go kind of hard, you know? You're ready to protect your own.
We're decently hard.
None of us, including you, are about to do that much for a leg brush. Now, in some situation, I'm going to be honest. If this woman had fallen and she dropped $350 in tips off of her, or no, how much was it? $200 in tips.
Damn.
I'm going to slip my arm down there, probably go ahead and pick that up.
This was at where?
Applebee's.
Applebee's? She's getting $200 in tips?
I actually haven't thought about that.
Okay,
I haven't
so
fully processed that.
Did you have something specifically to ask me about this?
I just want to see, because you normally have some interesting things to say about it.
I have so many observations that I'm making about this. Okay, so it's a family of four eating at Applebee's. Do we know the day? What was the day?
Let me see.
Because something in me has a feeling that this is a post-church brunch.
Okay, let me check something out real quick.
Is it not a post-church brunch?
cannot tell. It just says earlier in the week.
Okay. So it's probably not. It's probably not. But this family goes to brunch. Or lunch. Or dinner. I don't know what time it was. But the family goes together for a meal. And the waitress is sideswiping them. But ever so gently. And they warn her. Don't touch me. Don't brush up against my leg. I'm only gonna warn you once.
If you know what's good for you.
If you know what's good for you, you watch where you step. Okay? They and then she does it again.
Keep in mind,
I have a feeling, even before I have a feeling that the person on the outside of the booth, I'm assuming is a booth, because these people seem like the type of people who come in and say, I only will take a booth. And they make a big deal about it. The person on the outside of the booth, I have a feeling, a hunch. They're a little overweight. You're a little overweight. Okay? That's just a theory.
I think
You're just a little bit of a fat ass. Okay? Let's just call it how it is.
alright.
And she realizes that she doesn't fit in the booth fully.
So she's a little naturally offended.
She's a little naturally embarrassed.
Yeah,
She feels a little bit of attention on her already, even if people weren't paying attention to it. And she realizes that her leg, half her leg, is in the aisle.
She's losing out of the booth.
Now, if you've ever been to Applebee's or any like restaurant, the aisles aren't very wide.
Not.
You know, you can see the other person's table, what they ordering, what they eating.
You can hear conversations.
And when the waiters and waitresses, the servers, are walking up and down the aisle, they're moving fast, trying to get to everybody.
Yes.
And the aisle's narrow. So I think it's an honest mistake. But with the pressure that she already had put on herself by being a bigger woman on the outside of the booth where everyone can see her, and knowing that her leg is kind of halfway out,
Yep.
even though the woman wasn't doing it on purpose, she felt like she was doing it to mock her obeseness.
She's already getting worked up. Because she's like, oh, you think this is funny?
So then, what I believe happened is when she jumped her, that the rest of the table know how she is. And they know that if they don't support her, if they don't second her in her
They're getting some
rivalry,
too.
then they're going to have to deal with it after.
It's like, alright, we better jump in.
So they jump in.
And for family, that's very gang mentality. I feel like that's not typical.
They roll
Maybe
deep.
I'm wrong.
They roll deep. Now, the other thing is to add a little bit of, for myself, understanding to it. She had $250?
200.
$200 worth of tips in her pocket. One, man, I really wish you would have put that in your locker.
Yeah.
Or
She
your
wishes
purse
she
or
would have put
something.
that in her locker. More importantly.
That's a shame.
That's
but
a
also,
man.
I don't know that anyone's tipping that big at Applebee's. So that leads me to believe this had been a pretty good day for her.
Man, it probably was.
Up until that moment, it had been a pretty good day. You've worked in food before. You know what happens when you get tips.
Really changes the day.
It makes your day better. It's something for you to talk about, just to keep yourself happy throughout the rest of your workday. And if it's a huge tip, then you're normally already thinking about the things you could get with it.
Yeah.
That's extra money right there. So it had been a good day. She probably had already been thinking, man, what am I going to spend this $200 on? I could get gas.
And I'm thinking,
pay my bills.
if it's $200 and probably like ones and smaller bills, it's probably sticking out a little bit. So that's kind of an error on her side.
No, Bob.
Got
Here's
your
the
apron
thing, though.
looking all
It had been a good day.
tasty with money.
It had been a good day, and just assuming that since it was $200, this was probably the end of her shift. She had probably worked a decently long shift, so it would have been a good, long, productive shift. Mm-hmm. This was probably her last table that she had to serve before she clocked out.
Damn.
And
that's
then
how it goes,
it
too.
was the luck or the unluckiness of the draw that she just got the ghettoest people in town in her zone at her table, and she brushed her leg one too many times. Hey, it happens apparently in Georgia. She brushed her leg and she caught, a shank for it.
And
She got
some
shanked
hands.
for it. She got
They
stomped out and she got
grounding and
stabbed
pounding.
and robbed. And I wonder if, did they go somewhere else to eat after that? Because I'm assuming they didn't eat. She came back the second time. They just start laying the hurting on her. They just started laying into her, and then they dipped. So they must have went somewhere else to eat,
Now,
and they probably used her tip money to pay for it.
that's fucked up.
That's just all the things I'm thinking of, because I add to stuff just for it to make sense for me. I need to add to it, but that is something else.
Like the way I was thinking of it before I read it correctly, I thought they ate, and then they cooked up a plan, which was, okay, we can't pay for this. Let's beat her ass and leave. We about to beat her ass, steal her money, and leave, because it is included that they left their $63 bill. I think it was 63.
Oh,
Yeah, they left that bill. They did not pay. They got the food, as you can see, because that's what
I
she was
didn't
bringing.
know.
That's what she was bringing back when she brushed her leg a second time.
right. Oh, so
She's
then that's
sitting-
what I'm saying. So they didn't actually eat.
Unless there's like a fifth one and he's sitting down eating while the four of them are beating her ass. He's like, wow, y'all wild.
I'm not letting my food get cold.
I didn't come here for nothing. But yeah, that was pretty. I scrolled past that one when I was looking through topics and everything, and I went back because I was like, oh, really?
Do better, people.
That's pretty. I don't even know what to say about that.
Where we at on time?
But we should probably. That's a thing we should probably on track of. We're at the 57-minute mark.
All right. So what else we got?
I actually
We got like one more.
had a little discussion just because I
Is
saw
this
it
a
on
good
Twitter.
one? What about the funny one that you talked about in the beginning? What was the really funny one that you said?
Oh.
Let's do that one.
For me, that was this last one. That's what I was talking about. I found that quite funny.
Okay.
I tried to act like it wasn't once we started recording because I was like, all right, I don't want people to think I'm a trash human being. But damn. Now this, you see anything about this discussion on
What is
Twitter?
this?
It's the In-N-Out versus Five Guys discussion. Now, I know what you might be thinking, that there might not be too much substance behind this. But you've had both. I've had both. And upon looking online...
You've had both?
Yeah.
You've had In-N-Out? Mm-hmm. When did you have In-N-Out?
El Dorado.
So, like 4 years ago.
A while ago.
Okay.
I liked it. But I felt like I didn't get what I wanted.
Okay.
I got a very plain burger. I should have gotten more.
Okay.
I cheated myself. But so I'm doing this because I'm on Twitter, right? And I realized, people are pretty torn between these two. This is not an easy. Oh yeah, it's obviously In-N-Out, or it's obviously Five Guys. So you being the burger man that you are, you love a good burger. First thing I'm gonna ask you, where's your loyalty lie?
My loyalty lies with Five Guys.
Same.
It's easy. It's an easy decision for me. And I know that this is a big debate, and I know a lot of my friends personally don't like when I say that, because most of my friends all prefer In-N-Out. Me, it's simple. It's Five Guys. Now, some people, I do know some people who say they like Five Guys, but it's too expensive.
Which is fair.
Which is true. It's way expensive, but it's also worth it. In my opinion, it's not really a debate, because it's like you pay more, but you get more and you get better.
And for me, this might sound a little wild. For me, a big deciding factor is if I love two burger places and one of them has shakes, then I might be siding with the one that has shakes. Well, I don't know if you're aware, Five Guys has recently added shakes.
I was not aware.
And from the last two times I've went there, they also have like complete condiment freedom.
They always have.
If you paid for anything on your burger, you can have as much of it on your burger as you want for one. They offer you complimentary fries if you're staying around talking with your friends too long, which is dope. Maybe I don't know if that's all chains or stores.
I think something else for me is the inconvenience that comes with eating at In-N-Out. If I didn't have to wait for half an hour in line to get my burger, I probably wouldn't have unrealistic expectations. But it's when I have to wait in the line that wraps around the store, that I start to, the longer the line is, the more in my mind I'm saying to myself, this burger better be worth it.
Yeah.
And when I get it, and it's a little dry, a little plain, as you mentioned, fries are a little chalky, I get disappointed. When I go to Five Guys, line's a little long sometimes, but you know what I get? I get a juicy, custom-made, delicious burger with, in my opinion, best fries in the game.
Those are some gas fries.
Best fries in the game. And, they give you too many to eat.
Oh, hella fries.
You could feed a starving village with the amount of fries they give you.
It's honestly guaranteed to be more than you need.
Every time.
You're going to think, I should have got a bigger fry. Until you look and you're like, nah, I'm set. I'm straight.
What they do, this is what they do if you've never been to Five Guys. They take a cup. You order the smallest size of fries. This is what happens if you go to Five Guys and you order the smallest size. They take a cup, like a 10-ounce cup, maybe. I don't know.
Probably around there.
Like a 10-ounce cup. They take a fry scooper, they fill that bitch up. They put your burger in the bag. It's a brown paper bag. They put your burger in the bag. They put your fries in the bag. Then what they do is they take the fry scooper, take another scoop of fries, and then just go ham and throw fries on top of your food in the bag. You have to eat fries to get to your food. That's how many fries they give you. You have to eat fries to find where your food is in the bag.
To bury something under the sand at the beach or something in the dirt at the playground, but it's your burger and it's under fries.
That's how it is. And then you have you get this big. This might turn some people off. This is what makes me love it. You have this big brown paper bag that's soaked in grease and it's hot. You can't touch the bottom of it. It's hot.
That's my thing. So it's always fresh. It's only cold if you're not eating it right away. If you're eating it right then and there, you're good to go. So, it's fresh.
To me, it's no debate.
Not to mention, I don't know what brands they're using. This is a thing for me though. The cheese and the mayo, the way theirs kind of becomes one. If you have it, if you're having a cheeseburger of theirs, the cheese and the mayo becomes one. It becomes almost, it's a custom sauce on your burger, almost. Shit is flames, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, to me, I mean, there's the only thing that you can argue me on is the price. Everything else, I can't see how you can even
Is it a lot cheaper though?
argue
Is
with
In
me.
and Out
It
like
is.
Oh
It
yeah.
is. It is a lot cheaper. I think the biggest thing is it's kind of a. I think Five Guys is more popular in East Coast. I could be wrong, but I know it's like it's In and Out seems to be really West Coast popular. So I think that might be a big part of the debate. We're on the West Coast, but I don't care. I love Five Guys. To me, you can argue me if you want. You can at me, but I just don't see what you would have to possibly compete with.
And by the way, I had one of the shakes. It's good. It's how it's supposed to be. It's thick.
You know I don't touch those. I'm not trying to die.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
That's
lactose
right.
intolerant. Sorry, I can't partake in that.
Well, you know me, Teflon Guts. I'm
Yeah,
good
that,
to go.
well, I don't know if you say that. Because
Oh,
you're not going to like it.
you're
I'm
right.
going to start calling you that a lot.
You're right.
I'm going to start calling you that.
Don't do that. We're nipping in the bud.
You already got wet legs. You want Teflon Guts as well?
See, that's one of those things that I thought was gone by now.
It won't be. If you give me a
'Cause-
nickname, I'm keeping it.
No one gave that to you. I didn't.
We said it once. You said it
You
once.
said it once.
I said it?
Yeah.
You didn't
I
say
never
it?
once said it. You initiated it, and I was like, nah, scratch that. Get that out of here.
I might have to look back
Wet
at
legs?
a previous episode.
Go
Oh,
ahead
I
and look
remember
back.
now. You wet your legs with water. Remember?
Yes.
So you're wet legs.
But that's not a...
And now you're Teflon Guts.
I
But
didn't
the thing
choose
is,
to identify
it's
by
a
that.
mystery.
Which you have to realize
That's
is,
what I like about Teflon Guts. Who knows how you got that nickname?
in today's society, you can't call people things that they don't identify by, or it's very, very, very offensive.
Well,
And you're
if,
gonna
I'm sure
lose
if anyone finds it
all your
offensive,
bitches.
I'm sure they will. They'll let me know. But if it's not offensive,
I find it offensive because I don't identify by that.
frankly, I just don't give a damn.
Wow.
If
Well,
more
that's-
than one person finds it offensive, I'll stop using it. If two people tell me, don't call Shawn Teflon Guts because it's offensive, I'll stop.
I feel like I should start a hashtag.
Hashtag
If
Teflon
there's
Guts.
anyone listening to this that is trying to help me out, just go ahead and use the hashtag no more wet legs. Hashtag no more wet legs. Go ahead and help me out so that we realize, so I'm not chained to this nickname
Yeah,
anymore.
good luck. Good luck. But it looks like it's about that time to end it. It's time to plug our stuff and get out of here.
Why don't you actually start with the plug this
Start
time?
with it. All right. So obviously it's gonna be painfully tight for everything, for YouTube, for Twitter, for Instagram, SoundCloud, and oh, by the way, we're on Spotify now.
right.
So go ahead and add us to your library on Spotify as well.
Go ahead and subscribe even
Painfully
if
tight.
you want.
And then my personal Twitter account where you can at me to argue about anything from In and Out, Russell Westbrook, calling Shawn wet legs. That's gonna be at Javon_Kamanawai. What about you,
A
Shawn?
lot of good debatable topics.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit me up. First and foremost, Snapchat, Shawn C150. Boy just changed his Bitmoji. Give me on SoundCloud, Black Cash, BLACC, $CA$H. You can hit me on Twitter. I believe that's Shawn John 101010. Yeah, that's all. That's all for me.
All right.
That's where I'm at.
Take us out. By the way,
You know what I was thinking?
I'm not even asking anymore.
You know, I was thinking just for the people. What if you rapped us out this time?
You want me to rap you out?
Yeah, because I heard
I
some
don't
bars
think
from
anyone
you that sounded pretty
wants
good.
that. Because when you want to talk about being offensive, that's when it's about to get offensive. That's when we're going to get kicked off of Spotify, and we just got on Spotify.
But what makes it easy is that if you keep it short, there's lower chances of being offensive.
Okay, I got to figure out how to rhyme painfully tight in there, though. See, I'm just be
extra
going.
aggressive.
The aggression is just gonna be going. You're just gonna have to stop it. They're just gonna have to fade it out.
Go for it. Just go for it.
I can't.
The people believe in you, and they'll forgive you because you have light skin.
But they like your raps. People have said that they like your raps. One more, Shawn.
Don't they deserve to at least once know what you're bringing to the table rap-wise? You know?
One more rap.
It's kind of like...
Please.
It's kind of like you're Eric Bischoff, you know?
We're running out of
you're
time.
always talking trash.
We're running out of time. We need it.
People need to see you
know how disappointed this is going to be?
Whooped on.
People like your raps. People are going to stop listening to our podcast if I rap. I'm going to lose followers on Twitter.
So you're saying you can't finish. You don't not put pamphlets in there.
I don't know
Start
how
it
to
off,
not say
I'll
things
finish it
that
off.
shouldn't be said.
All right.
You know You know what I'm gonna do. You know how I rap. I'm gonna start talking about all sorts of offensive things.
I was actually kind of trying to walk you into that one.
Yeah, I know you are. You're trying to trap me.
I'll just go ahead and... Fine, we'll wrap it up.
Literally, wrap it up.
All right. Wrap it up. It's enough. You know what? Get gruff. Grow scruff. What? Get lit. This is it. Do it right. All night. This has been Painfully Tight.